Good morning everyone and welcome back to our YouTube channel. It's another very early morning here in Portugal.
I can tell you these mornings do not get any easier.
But they're necessary, as we told you in the last video. It gets really hot really fast here. My glasses are already steaming up, I'm already getting quite hot. But thank you so much everyone for commenting on our last video. Your response has been fantastic.
Yeah, the spider comments were absolutely hilarious. And actually, we just went down to check out where we're going to be working today. And there was a monster spider, so there might be some more spider action in this video, but we can't wait to get started on the barn.
Today we're going to start getting work done around the barn, and I know a lot of you are here to see the barn renovation, so we better get cracking. We're the Indie Projects, Bee and Theo, and with our cat Ginjey Bear we're driving around the world in our beautiful self-built Sprinter van. For the last 6 years we have driven over 100,000 miles around Europe, exploring all the way up to the Arctic Circle in Norway. Follow us as we adapt to life's ever-changing challenges during the pandemic that's sweeping the world. Please subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Okay, so this week we're going to be working on clearing all of the area around the barn. We did the pool last week, which was fantastic because it's so nice to cool off in the really hot weather. But we've got broom, grass, bramble, all this stuff around the perimeter of the barn we need to get rid of so we can easily access it, because as you know, we are planning on turning this stone barn into a wonderful little house. Can anyone spot the praying mantis? Ah, it blends in so well.
So to do all the clearing, we're just going to be using good old-fashioned hand tools. That means that we don't need any power. Also, it keeps us a little bit fit. I think by the time we've created a whole perimeter area around this barn, I'll basically have a six-pack.
I've just spotted Ginjey, she's come over to help as well.
But this grass literally just rakes out.
Yeah, it's great.
Which is amazing. It's all dead pretty much. So
and also, I've just realised that storm yesterday has made the ground really moist and it's just coming straight out. Guys,
there was a storm yesterday that literally blew our socks off. We haven't been here in the summer. We've been here for like a week before in the summer, but we've never been here for a summer storm, and it was wild. Ginjey, you're going to come and put your work gloves on. We need to get started. It's going to warm up quickly. No time for cleaning.
So round the back of the barn here, we've got all of the eucalyptus logs that we peeled last season and kept them behind the barn, basically as a way to keep the plants down and also keep them protected so we can use them in the future. And over here, we've got Theodorine snipping down snipping down the broom. This stuff grows like wildfire. And actually down here, this is one that we cut 3 years ago, but we didn't have the tools to remove the roots at the time, so I can't wait to actually get all of this cleared. Oh, we just pull it straight out, no problemo.
That's what you need to do. You need to just leave the roots and they just die and you pull them out. I was thinking about getting the passat and literally tying the root to the back and pulling it out with the car.
Not extra at all.
But there we go.
This is a bit of a monster.
Yeah, because it's fresh and we've just freshly cut it. It's not like the other one where we just pulled it out, no problem. Do we have to get the passat? I don't know why, I just really want to try that.
I think we need to get Ginjey involved. Look at that beast.
It's like being on Win the Wilderness again, isn't it? Remember that digging challenge we had to do?
Yeah, there was lots of monster roots there.
It's still really thick, and about 4 hours later. And what I'm trying to do is trying to twist the root to kind of snap it at the lowest point. There we go. That's a beast, isn't it? Look at that.
So we've already got a whole wheelbarrow full of this rubble, which is basically the old tiles. When they last replaced the roof, they must have just chucked them straight off the edge. And they're all around the side of the barn here. But we'll be keeping it because, you know, rubble is always helpful. I'm sure you can use it for something. I just heard Ginjey. You're finally coming to help. Pest control is in the building. Oh, look at you.
So now Ginjey's just turned up. Who wants to bet that Ginjey thinks that we are making her a massive, great big litter tray? So I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the tidiest person in the world, but when you do a big project like this, you need to be tidy because there's gonna be tons of rubble, there's gonna be tons of debris, roof tiles, rocks, everything, and they all need their place. And you need to really think like 5 steps ahead. So we have put the rubble in an area that we can get a large vehicle up to it. So if we need to dispose of it in the future, it's really easy to do so.
We've got so much done here already. Removed loads of bramble, broom, plants, an insane amount of tiles and lots of stones, which will be really helpful for the rebuild.
So I've been working on getting this absolutely monster root from a broom out. It's massive. I've managed to make it so it wobbles a little bit, but that's all I can do with the hand tools. It's ridiculous. And what it's done is it's kind of embedded itself all around granite stone in the floor. So getting the roots out is just impossible. So last resort is get the Passat.
Stop!
Whether I'm going to get any traction or not on this, because I'm on really soft ground because we've just dug it up, and
the tyres aren't designed for this.
No, it's not a tractor, but we will see. If this actually works, I'll be blown away because it's like a 50-50 chance, I reckon. Actually, probably more like a 90-10.
No way, the Passat wins again. What? It worked.
Woo! Off grid.
Who needs a tractor when you got a Passatra?
How that worked so well, I have no idea, but I can't believe I'm ever going to dig one out ever again. I'm just going to go around and be tying the Passat to them. That's ridiculous. It wasn't even hard. Wow.
You know why? Because you did all the hard work. You
That's
loosened
true.
it.
I did
the Passat just came and took all the glory.
Yeah, it was all me. Yeah, look at that.
We should keep that and turn it into a table.
It had so many roots coming off it. And like I said, it was surrounded by stone.
You sawed some off already?
Yeah, I sawed loads off. But it had so many roots and it was all surrounded by granite stone. But we did it. Oh, that's literally blown me away. Give me a like for that one. So it's just gone 10:30. It's already getting really hot, too hot to do any more work in. And we're gonna drive back to the caravan and cool down. Now it's the time of the day where we need to just chill out and not do much, which we basically spend most of the time on this deck. And we've had a lot of people asking us how we're coping with power. Obviously we've got a lot of sun, but we're not spending much time in the van at all, and that's where our power system is. But big up to Renogy, they have hooked us up massively. They have sent us this solar generator, which is completely mobile. It's called the Phoenix, and you can literally just flip it open like that, and it has two 10-watt solar panels built into it, so it's almost like a briefcase solar generator. It's really cool. It's got all the ports that we need. So we've now got power out on the deck, which is just incredible. Also, for our laptops and our phones and stuff like that, we don't need to worry because it has a built-in pure sine wave inverter, and on the side you can see the different ports. So you got USBs, you got cigarette lighter, you've got everything you need basically. Mains power, so you can plug the laptop straight in because it's got the inverter, and then on the other side you've got even more ports. And also on this side, which is a handy little thing, you have an LED light. So if you find somewhere you're out and about and you've got this and it's dark, you've got an LED light, which is really cool. But that's not everything, because you might be thinking 20 watts of solar power is not enough for you. It's okay when you're in Portugal and the sun's out all the time, but you can actually plug in another 100 watts of solar.
So as Theo mentioned, you can plug it into another solar panel for more power, and this is two 50-watt solar panels that come together in a really handy briefcase. And basically you just unzip it, there's the solar panel. And the actual solar panel itself has the handle on, so it's really easy to move around. I'll just move this. You unclip the top here that holds it together so it doesn't flap around, and then basically you've got the solar panel, and you can stand it up like this, you can have it flat, but what I really like about this panel is that it's got legs on the back that are attached to it, so you can change the angle for it. Okay, so that was super simple. The 100-watt solar panel is all set up. As long as it's facing the sun, it's going to work. It's got the wire attached to the back, ready to go in the Phoenix, and literally you just plug it in and it's charging.
So a lot of you guys know that we swear by lithium batteries, and that's what we have in our van, and this system is no different because this has a 16 amp hour lithium battery that's also replaceable. And I just love the size and the design of the Phoenix, because it means if we need power down by the barn, we can move it really easily. So if you're interested in checking it out, we've got a link in the description. And now it's time to do some more work.
So we're not doing any more digging tonight because we actually did a lot this morning and it totally wiped us out. It's been a super hot day. So we've actually got a really exciting project that we're going to do tonight, but we need to get some stuff from the barn. And we can't wait to turn this place into a little tiny home. It's a little bit dark, but come and have a look inside.
Please excuse the mess inside the barn. We haven't had a chance to tidy up yet.
I've managed to find what we needed though. We need this stake. I think we're going to chop it in half, but we're going to be basically attaching an animal camera trap to it because I know we've got some friends visiting at night. Where have you been? Why are you so cute?
So we are just driving down to the bottom of the land because there's some little animal tracks and stuff, so we're going to set up the camera there and see if we can catch something.
It's clearing the road.
Had a pine branch blocking the road from the storm. It must have got snapped off. It's like a nice clean snap.
We're just down at the meadow where one of the wells is, and this is definitely an area where there's a lot of animal activity because they leave markers in the grass. So we're going to be setting this little thing up and I'm really excited to check it tomorrow morning.
Okay, so I think we've established a location and it's right next to our spring-fed well, and our spring-fed well comes right up to the surface, so I guess animals can walk up to it and drink from it. So we're going to set up the camera right here.
So we've seen with our own bare eyes here before. We've got a hare who we've managed to startle quite a few times now. There's been a couple of different owls. One of them we've been hearing at night that sounds like a broken fire alarm. And there's been we haven't seen them, but there's been body prints definitely of wild boar, and we've also heard foxes. So there's a lot of stuff going on here. There's definitely animals walking to and fro. They leave their body prints in the grass where they've been sleeping. So I'm really hoping that this manages to pick them up. It can take photos and videos, so fingers crossed.
Yeah, this device is a wildlife camera trap and it was really cheap. I think I only paid about £40 for it off Amazon, so it's not expensive, but the quality looks pretty good, to be fair. So it's actually got an LCD screen on the back, so you can actually see your shot, so you can get it set up and then you close this and then you're ready to go for the night. And I can't wait to see what we capture on this. But I might need to move back a little bit because the camera's not as wide as I thought. It's not like a GoPro fisheye shot. But that looks pretty good, to be fair. You happy with about here?
Yeah, it looks good.
Solid, no wild boars nicking that.
It's time to go.
I'm trying so hard to muster up the energy. I think we should check the animal cam first. That gives me a little bit of time to wake up. And then we can start moving the eucalyptus.
Yeah, yes. Heavy day today.
What are the chances, do you reckon we've got something?
50-50? I hope we have got something because I'm really excited. Well, we got absolutely nothing. Nothing on the camera at all, but that's okay because we can leave it out every night, and we're going to try a couple of different spots as well just to see if we can find out where the animals are lurking. But now we've got some more work to carry on with.
So this morning's objective is to move all of this massive pile of stored eucalyptus that we've got left over. It's great for building and you really want to keep it dry because if you don't, it goes mouldy. And eucalyptus is what we actually used for our caravan shelter up there. It's so solid, it's really good for building, and I chopped it down on one of my friend's property, so it's really nice to reuse things. There's a lot of really old but usable intact tiles that I'm going to keep because you never know, it might come in useful for something like a chicken coop roof.
That's a good idea actually.
The moment of truth to see if they're actually still dry.
Oh.
I thought that was a wild animal. I was like, what is this ginger beast?
They're looking good.
They look really good.
Hello, what was that? You're just telling us what you think of the logs. They're looking great.
They look really nice.
You've got some spare roofing there as well.
Exactly.
We've just cleared out all under this area. We got rid of all the broom and stuff because it's going to be a great place to keep the wood. It's very sheltered from rocks and stuff. So we're going to move everything over here now. There's a lizard climbing up the wall.
Okay, you ready? Oh, it's a big one.
It is, it's the biggest.
Go.
There you go.
The last eucalyptus.
Sleep well.
Oh, I need to lie down.
So as Theo mentioned, it's good to keep everything neat and tidy because it makes life a lot easier. And that only took us about an hour, and now it's all out of the way and we can leave it there happy that it's going to stay nice and dry.
Don't mind me just relaxing in the wheelbarrow. It's hard work in the sun. It's hard work anyway, but in the sun it makes everything twice as difficult. And if there's one bit of advice I'd give you when you're moving off grid, or you got some land, is to get hold of as many pallets as you can. I've said this before and I'll say it again, but it just helps to build stuff out of, but it also helps to just keep stuff off the ground because You want to keep stuff off the ground so it's nice and dry, and them eucalyptus logs are just a testament to that. They're perfectly dry, in great condition and ready to build with. So it's day 3 and we didn't film anything this morning because 1, it's too hot. I was going to say 3. 2, we're knackered. And 3, we just wanted to get it finished and done and out the way so that we can start clearing the inside of the barn, because that's going to be the exciting part when it's a complete blank empty canvas. But look at all these tiles that we've cleaned. It's basically a whole roof right there.
Tile mountain, we're calling it. This was all around the edge of the barn.
But that's going to come in useful. I'm sure we can reuse that rubble and tiles. We found loads of other little pieces of metal and stuff like that, a wooden chest that had broken down. So yeah, it's pretty cool, but come and have a look at what it looks like. Look at the transformation, it is crazy. Completely cleared. We got rid of all the brambles, all the rubble, the tiles, moved loads of big stones out the way. It just looks so different. You come around this side, this is where all the brambles were like as high as the roof pretty much, and we've managed to remove them all. There is still lots of bramble roots that we're not going to tackle right now because they are a pain to get out of. So if you guys have any tips of how to get rid of bramble roots, please let us know in the comments. But yeah, keep coming. It just looks so different. The space feels so big and it makes the barn look even bigger, which is nice. And just can't wait to get started on the inside now.
We're both so chuffed that we've managed to finally get all of the stuff from around the entire barn cleared away now, and it means we're now ready to move on to the inside. So make sure you tune in next week, turn notifications on so you don't miss it, because we're finally going to be cracking on the inside of the barn.